if you are in the same boat as me, we are both stressing right now over all the assignments we have to do because it's the end of the year. Let me show y'all because I'm stressing out. Exam, presentation, debate, assignment, another exam. If this sounds like you and you're stressing out about all the things you gotta do, all the work you gotta do, you got so much to do, you feel like you can't do it, and you're like, oh my god, I can't do it. Let me drop out. Don't do that. Well, this is the video for you because I'm gonna be going over some tips and tricks that help me relieve the stress. I'm in my senior year, so it happens all the time, but I've always been able to get a hold of everything at the end of the semester, so I'm here to help you out. Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. How's your day today? I hope it's going good. If not, I hope it gets better. First things first, relax. You're gonna be able to do this if you're a freshman, if you're a senior, junior, sophomore. If you are past your first year, remember you did it your first year, so you're gonna be able to do it again. You've done it 2 times before, you can do it this time. And if you're in your first year, don't worry, it's all a learning curve, but you're gonna be able to get through it. You'll find your flow and you'll find what works for you. For now, this is what works for me. Maybe it can work for you. So first thing is that you gotta remind yourself you'll be able to get everything done step by step. Everything is a step by step. Remember to keep the bigger picture in mind of the overall things that you have to do, but remember that everything is one step by step. Not everything is due at one time, so you don't have to freak out about your deadlines and whatnot. Just remember that you'll have separate days to be able to work on separate things, and once you make a plan and once you put out what you need to do, you'll be able to focus better, realize what you need to do, and maybe you actually don't have that much to do at all, and you'll be able to lock in and get everything done. So don't overwhelm yourself by overthinking and then going into this rabbit hole of all these things you have to do. Zoom out a little bit and remember that everything is step by step. Now, second, regarding all those assignments, even though I recommend you do this at the beginning of the semester for best organization, make sure to write down all your assignments, all the homework, all the quizzes, all the exams, all the presentations, any papers you have to write. Make sure that you have everything written out and with deadlines. And also, when you write these things down, keep in mind how you're going to prioritize them by most important to least important, most work to least work. So one example of this would be if you have 2 small assignments due throughout the week, but you have a presentation to turn in by the end of the week, what I would do is, okay, start outline of presentation, just the outline of how you are going to put out all your information, and then work on assignment 1. Okay, start filling out slides 1 through 10 of this big presentation. Okay, now you have that done. You have half of your project done and your first assignment. And then work on assignment 2. Okay, all done. And then you have the rest of the week to work on the rest of your presentation. So planning out your work like that and making sure to write it down will help you see what you have to do, organize yourself, and plan some time to be able to work on these things. Writing things down really helps you visualize that, and it also, at least for me, gives me some more peace of mind when I get to see everything I have to do, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually only 5 big things and like 4 little things for the rest of the semester. Maybe this isn't so bad after all. Because when we're thinking about these things, we tend to think about, oh, okay, I have to add this into the presentation, I have to change this, I have to edit this. Okay, but the overall assignments which you're worrying about maybe isn't so bad. Also, having this stuff down in like your Google Calendar or your MacBook calendar or wherever you have in a calendar can also help you visualize and see day by day what you have to do and what is coming up so you don't forget as well. Make sure to include things like your work, any activities that you have, the assignments, all that stuff. Make sure to write it down, everything overall, so you can make sure you know what your time is going to look like. Now, this may seem overwhelming, but believe me, planning and seeing this out will help you so much more in being able to allot time to be able to do your work and organize yourself and your day. Now, my next thing is I am not condoning cheating, but ChatGPT is a great resource if you use it right. And I've used it in many things so far this year, and it has helped me a lot to sort of speed up the process in certain assignments. I don't mean it writing your paper for you, I mean it helping you start the outline for the paper that you're gonna write. Usually when you get stuck on a paper, it's because you don't know where to start, what you're gonna write or like what the heck you're gonna talk about in each of your sections of your paper. But you usually have an idea of like, okay, I need to, I don't know, do a background introduction. Depending on the type of paper you're writing, you usually kind of have an idea of what you need to do. So what you can do is put into ChatGPT your ideas, give it a little background, of course, on like the assignment and like what this assignment is about and the information you have so far, and have it make an outline for you. So I have done this before. I'm actually working on a paper right now, and I say this tip because I'm literally using this tip and it's really helping me right now. Put that in there and it can give you an outline and some talking points for each of those sections. Now boom, that is a great start to your paper. Now you have a little more guidance on what you need to write about. You can put in whatever requirements, rubric, everything, put it into ChatGPT and have it clarify it for you. And that can also give you a little more guidance for whatever paper you need to write. Other things this thing is useful for is summarizing, ask it questions while you're studying to clarify terms. Even though you can use Google for a lot of these things, sometimes ChatGPT is a little better at giving more simple explanations and more direct explanations to your questions. You can just use it to help yourself do all of those little things, making outlines, finding definitions, even finding sources. Nowadays, it can help you find specific links to articles or websites for whatever you may be needing in your research. So use it and use it wisely. And another tip, though I cannot confirm nor deny anything around this, if you give it certain texts written by yourself, fully written by yourself, no AI, no nothing, that has your character, your personality in that writing, if you give it to it and then you write something and you want it to rephrase it, you can say, rewrite in my style writing. So do what you will with that information, but it can help if you are on a time crunch for papers. That's all I can say on there. Okay, now next few things, these are kind of smaller things that sort of can help you with your semester overall, not just at the end of the semester, but overall, but it'll really help now. So first off, when you're studying and when you're doing work throughout your day, if you're working, doing activities, doing homework, studying, whatever it is, make sure you take breaks. You want to make sure to avoid burnout. If you're working really hard and you're using up all your brain power and all your will on this like one assignment, you're going to burn yourself out and lose motivation for the rest of the work that you have to do. So one example, during study time, if you are straight going through all the slide presentations because you missed like 5 classes or something like that, if you're going to spend like 6 hours in a row studying, make sure you take breaks in between, because not only are you overloading your brain if you don't take breaks, you're going to lose information because of how overwhelmed and how much stuff is coming at you. But when you take breaks, you give your brain and your body a rest so that you can process that information, refresh, and then you can get back to it. So another thing that is incredibly important is making sure that you drink water and that you eat. Because I know for myself, when I am starving, all I can think about is food, where I'm gonna get food, how hungry I am, how my last meal was like 10 hours ago or whatever, and I am not focusing on my assignment. So make sure you eat, like full on eat a meal, take a meal break. Even if it's 30 minutes, it's okay. You know why? Because you'll be refreshed, you'll be feeling better and have more energy to continue doing this heavy studying and heavy homework and whatever. So make sure you eat. Trust me, eat. And drink your water, stay hydrated. Now, another thing, this can be different for different people. For example, working on multiple things at once. In a way, I recommend multitasking. In a way, I completely don't. There's the study method, Pomodoro, where you only focus on one thing at once. Once you complete that task, you can take a break, move on, complete the next task. So if you have this big project, like I mentioned before, when you had 2 small assignments and 1 big project, something I also recommend so you don't get burnt out on these very big and heavy assignments or studying for big exams is sprinkling in a little bit of other work in there. Make your brain take a new path and like, okay, we're going to take a break from all of this and instead we're going to work on this other assignment that's a little easier. Start working on another paper, like the outline part or something like that, something small, but start working on that, and then you can come back to the other assignment once you feel a little more relaxed about it, and then start working on that again. So in that sense, I kind of recommend multitasking for the big projects. Just kind of working a little bit on something else every once in a while so you don't get burnt out on this big project. But otherwise, try your best to focus on one assignment, complete it, get it out of the way, one assignment, complete it, get it out of the way. Once you start checking off those boxes of those assignments, you'll start flowing and things will start to get easier as well. Now, I know that may have sounded a little bit confusing, but I think you'll get it. You'll be fine. Now, the last thing is to limit your distractions. Now, this is a pretty obvious one. Obviously, staying off your phone. If you're watching this YouTube video when you're supposed to be studying, get back to studying, unless this is your 15-minute break. All right, but you're doing fine. Try and limit your distractions. Take your phone, set a timer, 30 minutes, put it all the way in the corner over there. You can see it, but you're not going to get up because you have this 30 minutes and you're going to stick to it and lock into your assignment. For some reason, setting that alarm can help you work a lot better. At least it does for me, because I know, okay, I still have this much time until this alarm goes off. So I'm not going to get up until that thing goes off, and then you can take a break and then keep going back and forth. That'll really help you lock in like that. Setting that alarm can help you just start getting into that flow of work, because even if you only set it for 5 minutes, you're making yourself sit here for 5 minutes without distractions, and you're going to get into that flow of work instead of looking at your phone. Also, go put your phone on do not disturb. Tell your roommates that, hey, I'm studying really hard, I need no distractions, so please don't come into my room or something like that for a few hours. Set your boundaries, set your limits, and limit your distractions. Do what you need to do so you can get the best results, and it's okay. You'll have the end of the semester to hang out, and next semester as well. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks and advice so that you can be less stressed out for the end of the semester. And don't forget, you will be okay. You will get everything done. You just need to go step by step. Maybe things aren't as big as you think they are and as bad as the rabbit hole in your head is making it out to be. So you'll be okay. And just give yourself a little more credit to how hard you're working. You're doing great. You're working really hard. You have a lot of things on your plate. So don't forget how hard you're working, how capable you are, and how you will get past this semester with awesome grades, okay? I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys have more questions or anything else you kind of want tips and tricks on, sometimes it's good to just get perspective from other people. Even if you already know a lot of stuff, getting a different perspective can help you open up your mind and maybe see something new or refresh something in your mind, like the fact that you are fully capable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and good luck, y'all.